Hello, my name is Miguel Espinoza Farias. I am an English teacher and have been so for a period of about 32 years. My range of action has gone through teaching in language schools, petroleum exporting industries, embassies, and most recently in teaching in company lessons. I must say about myself that I consider myself a warrior teacher because it's a term that I have coined to refer to all those teachers who do their very best to teach students and to help them learn and make use of the language in more realistic practical situations. The main reason I am most interested in applying to multi idiomas school is because I see that an emphasis is placed on the communicative functional notional method, and this is something that I have been looking forward to meeting. This opportunity I have been looking forward to meeting for many years. I will try to explain in brief the way I have structured my 60-minute class. In the first place, I do a warm-up activity in which I try to connect what students have learned in a previous lesson, in this case reflexive pronouns, to what I am supposed to teach in the new lesson, in this case causatives. By asking them a few questions, I just brush up a little bit of what they have learned before. Secondly, as to the presentation stage, I try to describe situations in different settings, restaurants, at home, auto repair shops, and give students some prompts so to establish the connection between what they do by themselves and what somebody else does for them, for example, when they go somewhere to receive a public service. This is mainly the connection between using reflexive pronouns and causatives. So by prompting, giving them some prompts, they should be able to make inferences and come up with the structure that is the main topic of the class. This is supposed to last 20 minutes. As to the warm-up activity, 5 minutes. Next comes the activation activity, in which students are supposed to come up with and use the structure that they have newly learned. Some mistakes could be corrected along the way, especially referring to tense or verb conjugation. And finally, students finish up their activity by doing some written tasks, mainly filling in blanks with the corresponding causatives, and allowing the students to ask some questions to clarify points that they have not fully understood. Okay? The last 10 minutes of the class is precisely for the students to come up with a summary in their own words, in English of course, of what they have learned in the lesson, and also for the teacher to assign some homework and to clarify or to tell them specifically what instructions should be followed in doing the homework. Now, reflexive pronouns you use when you do things yourself, right? In this lesson today, we're going to be discussing something a little bit different. Okay, we are going to be analyzing the situation in which you don't do it yourself or by yourself, okay? It is somebody else who does it for you. Okay, so when you go to get some public service, obviously somebody else will have to do some service for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, for example, when you have a car and your car is dirty, you usually take your car to a car wash, right? Yes. Okay, now you have your car washed, okay? Now you're putting the emphasis on the action, the completed action, okay? This is what we call causative, And this example is passive causative, because there are two types of causatives: active causative and passive causatives. Okay, this example I gave you just before, you take your car to a car wash and you have your car washed. Okay, so the formula is the thing, the action, okay, in past participle.
Okay.
On the other hand, you can use that you can say that you get your car washed. So we have two important verbs to use in the passive causative: have and get. Oh, look at your hair, Miguel. What are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm going to have my hair cut.
That's it, right? Miguel is going to have his hair cut. He is talking about his hair, right? Okay, and your watch is not running well. What time is it?
It's 9:30.
No, it's not 9:30. It's actually 10:30, Rose. So what are you going to do about your watch?
I'm going to get my watch fixed.
That's right. Rose is going to get her watch fixed. No? This is passive causative. Now, on the other hand, you can use an active causative. That means you refer to the person who is going to do the work for you. Okay? For example, I'm going to have my secretary send the letter. I forgot to do it. I'm going to have my secretary send the letter. I'm going to make my secretary send the letter. I'm going to get my secretary to send the letter. Now, there is an obvious difference between using make, have, and get. Have you figured out what the difference is? Anybody?
Make, I think it's like more forceful than the
Okay.
other verbs.
Okay, what about have and get? Any idea when you have your secretary send the letter? Is, please, Susan, send this letter to the president of the company. It is really important. But Susan is about to leave. Please, Susan, don't go. Don't go, please, don't go. This is really important, okay? Could you send the letter to the president? It's really important. Now, what am I doing?
You're getting her to send the letter.
Right. I am getting Susan to send the letter. So it is by persuasion,
Okay.
negotiating with Susan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it clear that we have three verbs using the active causative? What are they, Miguel, again?
Make, get, and have.
That's right. Let's go to the activation stage. Let's try to figure out some examples, okay? Look at this new shirt I got as a present. What do you think the problem with these shirts is?
The sleeves are too long.
The sleeves are too long. I like this shirt, but the sleeves are too long. What's the possible solution to the problem, Miguel?
You can have this. You can get the sleeve shortened.
Shortened, right? I can get the sleeves shortened. Another possibility, similar?
You can have the sleeve shortened.
That's right. So you can have or you can get the sleeves shortened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On the other hand, if you refer to the person who does the job, so what do you say? Well,
I'm going to
well,
I'm going to get the tailor
okay.
to shorten my sleeves.
Okay, so you're going to get the tailor to shorten the sleeves of your shirt.
Or I'm going to have the tailor to shorten the sleeves.
Okay, but Francis, Ross, tell me the difference between one and the other.
I think when you're talking about the tailor, maybe you should say have instead of get.
What's the difference?
That have is a normal job for the tailor, and get it's like you're asking something different than the regular job for the tailor.
And what about when the tailor is too busy to do the job for you?
then you can say that you have to get the tailor to shorten the sleeves.
Exactly, because you are persuading him, okay? You're kind of negotiating with the tailor to do the job for you. So repeat one more time. I'm going to
get the tailor to shorten my sleeves.
That's by persuasion, right?
Yeah.
What about if the tailor refuses to do the job, but you have already paid him?
I'm going to make the tailor shorten my sleeves.
Exactly. So that would be by force, right? Okay, another situation. In a restaurant. Suppose that you are in a restaurant, okay? You're having dinner, okay, with your friends, okay? And then you, by accident, you drop a fork or a spoon, right? Onto the floor. So you say, don't worry.
I can get it myself.
Okay, that you can do that. But remember, the idea here is to use what? What are we learning in today's lesson?
The active
Causatives. Okay?
Okay.
So that's a reasonable answer that you can pick up the fork or the spoon yourself, right? That reminds us that this is what you learned in our previous class,
Yeah.
right? You can do it yourself. Don't worry. Okay, but look at the person there, the waiter.
Okay.
So what do you say, Miguel? Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm going to have the waitress to come and pick it up.
Okay, but do you think it would be a good idea to pick up a fork from the floor and to use it again?
No.
No.
I'm going to have the waitress to bring me another fork.
Four. Okay, but Miguel is making a little mistake, okay? I'm going to have the waiter to bring me another fork.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the waitress bring me another fork.
Okay, so what's the mistake you're making, Miguel?
I'm adding a 2. That
Exactly.
shouldn't be there.
Very good. That's a good inference, no? So you are going to repeat. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm going to have the waitress bring another fork to me.
To me or for us, no? Right? Or for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a child, another situation. When I was a child, I didn't like soup. Now I like soup. In fact, I am an expert making soups, okay? But I didn't like it when I was a child. So my mom said,
You have to eat your soup.
your soup. So my mom,
Made you
Made you eat
eat
your
the,
soup.
that's right. My mom made me eat my soup. And she usually said, you eat your soup or what?
Or you are not going to play video games later?
That's right.
for
Exactly.
video games when you were
By
little.
force. Using force. Or either you eat your soup or you're not gonna make you're not going to have time to play video games today, right? Okay? Very good. Okay, now the third stage of this is more productive. It's a little bit more challenging because you have to come up and give me your own examples. Think of a situation and use either the active or the passive causative. Think about anything. Your glasses, your eyes. Should I give you a hint? Okay?
Okay.
Your eyes. Tested. Optician.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, giving you too many hints. Eyes, tested, optician. Tomorrow,
Tomorrow I'm going to get my eyes tested in the optician.
that's right. Very good example, Miguel, right? Tomorrow you are going to have, did you say to have or get?
Get.
Okay, both are correct, right? To have my eyes tested in an optician. Okay, another situation. My car is making a funny noise. Do you understand that?
Yes.
My car is making a funny noise. Okay,
So-
recommendation.
You should get your car examined or yes.
Examine.
Examine.
Okay, but there are too many people in the auto repair shop and there is only one mechanic for everybody. What can I do?
You can get him to attend you first.
Okay, how can I get a mechanic, only one, to attend me first?
You can offer to pay him more.
That's not right. That's not fair. That's bribing, no? Should I give him a bribe? No.
No.
Okay, that's not fair. Okay.